Hello and welcome to the Kerry Garden Show. Alan Finn here with you in Boyles of Killorglin for the very last time this year. It is our final show of the season and I am back again here at Boyles of Killorglin and joined one last time with our gardening expert Miguel. Miguel, try not to cry today, okay? I can't take all the emotions, like, you know.
I'm very happy.
Yeah. You're happy. You won't have to see me again
for a few months.
I'm going to come down now just to annoy you.
Just to annoy me.
Just
please do it. You'll have some spare time now.
We like each other, really. We do.
Yeah, we actually do.
So anyway, Miguel, it is the end of October,
yes.
And it is the end of the season of the show. But as we mentioned last week on the show, we still have November, December, January, and then hopefully February before the show returns. So there is lots that people can be doing while we're off the air, and we're just going to talk about all the different things that we could possibly be doing.
Yeah, so we were talking the other day about color. Mm-hmm. We're going to remind it again today. Winter color not only flowers, remember the bulbs, remember the pansies, containers, everything you can add to give a little bit of light, a little bit of joy to this very dark winter we have here. I was actually not used anymore to these bright Spanish winters, so Mediterranean winters. Yeah. And now I find them very dark compared to the other ones. So it's always good for the soul having some color, and don't forget about it.
Yeah,
okay?
It's important.
And that's as a reminder that you still have plenty of plants that will be blooming through the winter, like we showed last show. Camellias, Mahonias, plenty of plants.
And one thing you mentioned as well too, and the majority of them are kind of low maintenance.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing as well.
You don't have to do anything.
Not a lot with them. Not a lot with them.
Just enjoy them.
Yeah.
So, winter it could be a time of joy as well. All right, just enjoying the garden visually. You don't even need to go outside. Even in some of the plants that flower in the winter are very scented. But even just watching through the window, even if you have a sunroom or a conservatory, could be a joy. And time for enjoying evergreens. If you have topiary, enjoy these bulbs that now shine compared to the summer where all the perennials are flowering. Just now is when you see them.
They kind of stand out.
The structure.
Yeah.
So it's a different time of the year. But you, for example, I don't know, but you have, if you can, you have winter crops like parsnips or winter cabbage.
Oh yeah, for your vegetable
sprouts or vegetable garden. Then you can do if you're not afraid of the cold and the dark.
Getting out there.
Yeah. I always say that it's always good, even if you get soaked. You have a shower inside after.
And would it be a time as well, Miguel? Sorry, I didn't ask this before, but would it be a time during the winter then, if you do have veg beds that you're preparing for next year, to top them up?
Yes.
Would it be a good time?
You should be cleaning them, and you can wait till late winter for that if you want, because it could be lots of weeds after. But the late winter is a good time for getting ready for spring. So adding manure you can add, or in late winter, or in fall. I am more fond on the fall adding manure. That will be ready for next year. But normally adding manure in the winter is a waste of...
It can be, I think we do speak because it sometimes washes all the nutrients out of the actual soil. So,
exactly,
I was just thinking, but if it was a polytunnel and stuff, maybe as you said, it's tidied up.
Or even if you have them outside, late winter will be the right time of the year for doing that.
Okay.
So as we were saying, winter is here, or as in our show conception of winter is a long period of time, because we're not here for a few months, even if it's still fall. So what you shouldn't be doing is feeding plants, as we said the other day. That will be a waste of money.
Okay,
and
don't
it
feed
could
them.
be even counterproductive, but not really counterproductive, but you shouldn't expect any reward if you feed them in
your lawn has definitely got its last cut. Your lawn is just to be left alone. Don't put anything on that either as well.
Yes, you can do some autumn feeding now. It will be Normally autumn feeding comes, the ones we have is that a 3-in-1 with moss killer and with killer. If you can, that will be giving phosphorus to the plant,
to the soil.
which is basically will be increasing the root
strength
growth.
of the root, the growth. Okay, good.
But basically, winter time is leave it alone. Leave it normally is pruning or leave alone.
And pruning.
So
that's it.
pruning, what we prune? We prune summer flowering or spring flowering shrubs, late spring or summer flowering shrubs that are dormant. So when they finish flowering, we wait till they are dormant, and we don't hurt. Have in mind that it's a stress for the plant getting pruned.
Yeah.
If you could be cutting branches, you're stressing the plant. The plant, if the plant is struggling already, you could even kill the plant.
Okay.
But now in the winter time, they are dormant.
It's a safe time because, as you said, you're not stressing out the plant.
So you have plenty of things to do in the winter. Pruning the shrubs, pruning the roses. As a reminder, we've talked about how to prune roses. That's a hybrid tree, but it will be applicable to Floribunda as well. You'll remember that ground cover no need pruning, and climber is a totally different pruning that we've talked about that. So just as a reminder as well, bring the roses down to 2/3 to 1/3. So divide the rose in 3 and take 1/3 or 2/3, no more than 2/3.
Okay.
Find a decent bud, showing bud, and cut it in the opposite angle. So bring the rose down. In the winter time, find a decent bud, cut upside down, cut.
Okay. And again, it's at that angle of going away from the plant, so that any water just rolls off. Okay.
So you have to prune evergreen shrubs as well.
Evergreens, okay.
November is a very good time of the year for pruning ilex. If you have ilex balls that you want berries in spring, summer. You can prune them now because they are finishing flowering. So be careful with the flowers. When you prune them, the old flowers will be the berries. So now you can give it a shape. Have in mind that if you bought a topiary ball, as they grow, the ball should be bigger. So you don't need to bring it back to the original size.
Not the original size,
just give the ball shape. Okay?
Yeah. So you're basically just reshaping it.
Because that plant is actually growing in thickness, growing in height. Okay. Again, you don't need to feed anything. What can you do? Pruning trees. Any trees.
You'd obviously wait until all the leaves are falling.
Leaves are falling.
Yeah.
When they are gone, they give you an idea of the structure. As a tip for every type of pruning, cross branches and dead branches is if you are not skilled for that, but you want to give a clean up. Crossing branches.
Okay.
And dead branches.
Just to clean it up. Okay. What about the little shootings as well that kind of sometimes come up out of the bark?
You have to get rid of them.
Have to get rid of them because again that'll just.
If you have bay leaf balls, they normally are very strong plants and they start shooting from the ground. Actually, you have to be constantly cleaning them.
And could you transplant them and grow it, or is that literally just coming out from the root? And you wouldn't be able to...
They're that strong. They're bushes originally. They are not meant to be trees or topiaries, so they are very expansive bushes. Very not invasive, but they grow quite big. Shoot sideways. And the more you prune them, the more
they shoot up. Okay, right. But again, if you want to maintain where they are and the structure again, which we always talk about,
it's a good time for doing it now in the winter time. Be careful with what you do. So, for example, buxus or ilexes that are not ball but are hedging, they should be already pruned. Okay, because you are protecting that plant from the frost. If you prune in the winter time, you're exposing parts of the plant that shouldn't be exposed at that time of the year. So it's a shaping time more than a pruning time.
Right.
Okay. If you have a few shooting branches, prune them, but don't go
crazy.
Don't go crazy. Some plants you can do it, but it's not recommendable. I wouldn't recommend doing a hard pruning in anything in the wintertime, except in deciduous trees.
Deciduous trees.
Deciduous trees or deciduous shrubs that you want to bring down a little bit. You want to do that hard pruning in the winter time. Sorry.
Yeah, no, we were just as well talking about briefly about the specifics with like fruit trees and things like that. There's specifics, very, very careful that you need to be. So it's a kind of thing you might definitely need to ask an expert for.
Yes, I'm actually not a very big expert in that.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's, if anyone has any kind of questions about fruit trees and stuff, you might need to kind of to source a real kind of expert on that sort of thing.
Yes, I don't think as many experts in very, very experts in fruit pruning here in Ireland.
Yeah,
actually.
I suppose there wouldn't be many kind of big wolves.
What I have seen in the orchards are more or less wild in terms of pruning. Is two types of pruning. The pruning that I was telling before of cleaning,
yeah,
and the pruning for profit, let's call it this way, for maximizing
the crop. Okay, yeah.
And that's an art, actually.
Yeah, you were saying that as well, about some of the apple trees and stuff.
In the north of Spain, I've seen people doing it very nice, and they click, they know what to do.
Yeah.
And they explain you, and you say, yes,
I get it.
Yes, I got it.
But you didn't really.
You want to know.
So we've also got
every plant, an apple tree is not the same as an almond tree or
an olive tree. You were saying,
So every plant every tree is different.
Okay.
So be careful what you do. If I was in doubt, I will just clean cross branches, shootings, that are going to take strength out of the main tree.
The main trunk of the thing, exactly.
And you see them because they are different color. They are different,
brighter
like
green, young kind of saplings.
Exactly. That's what you need to get rid of to keep your tree healthy, and then. I don't know. I'll try to use this month to learn.
You're going to use that. So talking about that, we've also got some hedging here as well, which again, it is another good time about bare root hedging, isn't it?
So bare rooted, not only hedging. When we get the roses, before we plant them, in that we get them in bare rooted as well. Hedging in bare rooted is half of the price of when you buy it in pots. Remember that at the end of March, early April, they have to be potted up. So we get those bare rooted, we heal them in big crates full of topsoil.
Yeah.
And they are dormant, dormant through all the winter, but it will cost you literally half of the price than if you wait till we have to pot them up with the compost, the pot, the manpower. So it's a good time of the year for doing it now in early winter. Like bare rooted roses. If you have the eye of coming where the roses are not potted up yet, they will cost you half of the price.
Yeah, but if you, in other words, if you know what it's going to turn into next year.
People that come for them when they are just fresh out of the truck. And they know their business, and I would love to see their roses because the people that have very wide knowledge about this.
About it, fellas, it's good to see them coming.
And we are bringing loads of them. Spectacular varieties, so it's plenty of things you can do in early winter.
And finally, have we got any last?
We have all the planting you want. Do bare rooted, root ball. We get root ball. They come with the ball, with the roots in bowl of compost of soil, with the roots in. And then we pot them up. So if you want to start trees or large trees or topiary or whatever, it's a very good time of the year to get started before they start developing new roots. Again, you have in mind that they're totally dormant. There's nothing you can do about that. It's a perfect time of the year for moving.
Because they won't be stressed, as you said. You won't be stressed.
I have a very large jasmine, a spectacular jasmine. That I was planning to hard prune this year. My wife said, no, we're going to move it to another place.
Right.
So I will wait till mid-January, late January
Yeah.
to
Dig it out and move it
dig
to
it
a
out
new
and
spot.
move it to a new spot.
Okay.
My plans were other plans, but she has that.
She has an
she
idea
wants to
herself,
move it.
yeah.
And
that's
it's
it.
massive.
Yeah.
And if you move it now, it will be. The plant will be getting stressed. You won't
Yeah.
be happy through the winter.
Yeah.
You could have problems in the spring.
with it, okay.
So you have to wait the right time.
Yeah.
If you want to transplant a big tree, and even if you need a digger, like a massive tree that you have in your house and you want to move it,
Yeah.
something that people don't do, but normal people don't do.
Normal people don't do it, yeah.
But you can move that. You can move acer trees. You can move nearly anything.
Okay.
You can prune plenty of things. You can do we'll have the bare rooted fruit trees in early January.
Early January, okay.
If you come here and there is still no potted up, they will cost you half of the price.
Okay.
So it's a good time of the year for plenty of things.
Right.
To keep you active.
Keep you active. Well, that's
Exactly.
definitely what you want to do, keep everybody active over the winter. Miguel, you have kept us all very active all throughout the year. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for all your
Thank
advice
you.
and for all your tips. It's been a good season again, as always, and it's been great to come down here. So thanks to you and to everyone here at Boyles. That is it for the end of the season here on the Kerry Garden Show. Big thank you to David Corky, who's been on our video work for all of the year, and to you for tuning in and for listening, and hopefully for watching some of the videos as well too. Hopefully your gardens are going to last through the winter, and we'll see you all back in the spring for another season of the Kerry Garden Show. From myself, Alan Finn, until then, happy gardening.